Folks, I have some hilarious videos to show you of Donald Trump getting publicly humiliated for like the millionth time. He thought it was a good idea to go to an NFL game tonight between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. It was being played at home for the Commanders in Maryland. And while at this game, Donald Trump got brutally booed. I mean, the entire stadium was booing Donald Trump and letting him know exactly how they feel about him. So look, I'm going to show you these clips and some new angles that have just come out moments ago before I started filming this. But before I do any of that, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. And without further ado, let's start with this first clip, which you might have seen by now. It's gone very, very viral. But to just give you an idea of how bad the booing was for Trump, listen to this.
And say your name. You solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies.
I mean, brutal for Donald Trump. As I said, I don't think there was a single person cheering. And what he's doing there, like reading from this binder, is swearing in cadets for the military. And it seems like he couldn't even hear himself think. That's how loud the booing was. He kept pausing and looking around. He just looked pissed off throughout the entire reading of this. I mean, look, this guy's not a happy guy. It's not hard to tell when Donald Trump is in a little bit of a mood. And a lot of MAGA fans on social media are so upset that this happened. Johnny MAGA wrote, "This is the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen. Wow. Commanders fans booed Donald Trump while he was literally enlisting troops in the military. Pure trash." And I responded by saying, Trump can commit crimes and assault women, but booing him is where you draw the line. Pathetic loser. And yeah, you know, all these MAGA fans are like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. But Donald Trump being a 34-time convicted felon is perfectly acceptable to them. You know, their standards of morals, of ethics, is just all over the place. Crime? Okay, we can get over that. But booing? Absolutely not. That is too rude. And here's another... Here's another angle from somebody in the crowd that I just saw, and I'm gonna show you another one in just a moment. This one is great. Take a That is so funny. Like, as soon as they showed, first of all, I always find it funny when I see clips like this, that Donald Trump and the people around him just continue to clap as if nothing's going on. They just pretend, basically, that everybody's applauding them. Maybe they're so delusional that they believe that, but I don't think so. I think the boos here are just too overwhelming. But not a single person in the stadium. And it's so funny as soon as he came onto the camera, onto the Jumbotron, people just started letting him have it. Here's another one from the stands that I should say that I thought was really funny as well. Take a look. It's great. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, I love this. I love this lady right here. Her in the Commander's jersey. You see her down here flipping off the Jumbotron as soon as Donald Trump came on the screen. And at the beginning, I mean, also look at this. This is the shot. All of these people throwing up middle fingers at Donald Trump. There's no ambiguity here, folks. I think we know exactly how people feel about Donald Trump. That's exactly how we feel about Donald Trump. And then during all of this, he decided to hop in the booth with the commentators for the game, and he started calling the game and just doing a really terrible job of it. And he looks rough. I mean, doesn't he? You know, he just doesn't look good. And that brings me to a broader point about this, which is, at this game, we see Donald Trump is historically unpopular, right? His approval rating is going down. Prices are going up. He's breaking all of his promises. Not a single thing he has predicted for his term has come true, right? He's only hurting people. And that's why it's so baffling to me that in the midst of this government shutdown, Democrats just voted with Republicans to end it. Now, we all want the government to shut down, but these weak Democrats who are meant to be fighting for us and standing up to Donald Trump have crossed the aisle to basically cave to the Republicans. And I'm sure you've seen chatter about this online, but it is so frustrating to me how we, the Democrats, have the leverage here. And the debate we're having is Democrats want people to have health care, we want people to be fed, and Republicans are against both of those things. And so the Republicans and some of these Democrats came to a deal to open up the government, and it's a funding bill until the end of January. And it's a bunch of bills, including preventing future RIFs and reversal of layoffs under shutdowns. So under the shutdown, I should say, which is great. You know, people who were fired by Trump are coming back to work, and then SNAP is funded through 2026. But here's the big problem. There's no inclusion of extending the ACA subsidies. That's healthcare. People's premiums have gone up through the roof. They can no longer afford their plans. And Democrats are caving to Republicans who are not including this in the bill. And we're saying yes? We're saying yes to not requiring that ACA subsidies and the extension of those subsidies be in this bill. Instead, the compromise that Democrats have come to is that Republicans are promising in the Senate to vote on them in December, like 40 days from now. That to me is a bunch of crap. Why are we believing Republicans on this? Why would we ever believe Republicans when it comes to healthcare? They've lied and lied and lied about healthcare, and then suddenly we think that they're actually going to vote on it in the Senate and do the right thing? I don't think so. And by the way, let's just say hypothetically, you get 100 votes in the Senate. Every single senator votes for it. There is no guarantee that it will be brought up in the House of Representatives. There's no guarantee that Mike Johnson would do that. Matter of fact, he said something separate. And a bunch of Democratic leaders, thankfully, are coming out and going after this deal. Governor Gavin Newsom said, pathetic, this isn't a deal, it's a surrender, don't bend the knee. Governor J.B. Pritzker said something similar, this is not a deal, it's an empty promise. Trump and his Republican Congress are making healthcare more expensive for the middle class and ending it for working families. Time for Democrats to stand tall for affordable health care. AOC said the average monthly SNAP benefit is $177 a person. The average ACA benefit is up to $550 a person. People want us to hold the line for a reason. This is not a matter of appealing to a base, it's about people's lives. Working people want leaders whose word means something. Absolutely right. And Democrats in the Senate are just caving, and they're being very weak on this. Chuck Schumer, who, to his credit, voted no on the deal. The government is now back open because Republicans have voted for it, and the House is going to vote for it. But Schumer said, however this vote turns out, this fight will and must continue. Democrats must fight. This is the fight. Right now. There's no will there be a fight. This is the fight. It's so frustrating when people aren't acting like this. And again, I'm not necessarily attacking Chuck Schumer because he, to his credit, did vote no on this. But the weakness in the Democratic Party is so frustrating. And I want to show you the senators that actually voted yes. These are all the Democrats. Cortez Masto, Durbin, Hassan, Kane, King, Rosen, Shaheen, and then Senator John Fetterman, unsurprisingly, did vote in favor of this Republican bill to open up the government, but there's no ACA subsidies in it. And so my question is, if as Democrats, we're seeing Donald Trump get publicly booed anywhere he goes, embarrassed publicly all the time, why are we caving to this historically unpopular president? Why are we giving him what he wants? The White House is, of course, in support of this bill. They've been so the entire time. It's exactly what Donald Trump wants. No ACA subsidies, and our the goal to get them back is a promise from Republicans, a gentleman's agreement with people who lie without even a guarantee in the House of Representatives for the vote to come up. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's so frustrating. So, while we have these hilarious clips of Donald Trump, we have Democrats in the Senate and the government folding on this stuff. And again, I want to be, there's some good stuff in the bill. You have SNAP funded. Great. And layoffs are done. They are, at least for now, right? The layoffs under the shutdown, people will come back. They'll have their jobs again. But what about the healthcare? What about the healthcare? It's so frustrating. So look, I will leave the video there. I just wanted to show you this clip of Donald Trump. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. Drop a like on the video. Comment. Let me know what you think about not only these Trump clips, but of course, the Democrats caving, in my view. And I'll leave it there. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk soon.